Hello. Hi. Hi, guys. Welcome to this live show, Ask Me Any Stocks. And hi, guys. If you can see and hear me, guys, if you can see and hear me, because sometimes I really don't know if it's lag or something, but if you can see and hear me, type a 1 in the comment, or maybe just say a hello in the comments below. Okay, awesome. I think I can see you guys over here. And if you can see and hear me, type a 1 so I know that you guys are here. All right. Hi, Kipun. Hi. Okay, good. I can see you guys. Awesome. Okay, it seems like some of you guys are asking about certain stocks like IFast and okay, awesome. Hi, Ken, Lim, Andrew, Patricia, Andy. Hi, good to see you. Michael, Juki, Kipun. Awesome. One. Hi, Dan. Hi, Freddie. Hi. I'm more interested in the overall market situation. Yeah, so this is some of your comments that you have left, and I can see all your comments. So keep it coming, guys. And I can see all of you are typing 111. So it seems like you can hear and can see me. Awesome. Hi, Irene. Good to see you here. Hi, Stanley, Rebecca, Albert. Awesome. So yes, welcome to this live show, guys. And I'm so glad to see you guys here. And in fact, this is like the first time I'm doing like a live show, right, on Facebook and on YouTube simultaneously as well. And I'm so happy to see you guys here. And I seldom do things like that, right? This is the first time I'm doing it, and it'll be so much fun, all right? In this pretty much this live show, what we'll do is ask me any stocks, right? And that's what you will be able to do, all right? To ask me any stocks later, I'll show you guys exactly how to ask your stocks, but don't put it in your comments below, because if you put it in the comments below, guys, you'll just be lost like what you're saying over here, right? So later I'll share with you guys on how to actually type in the stock that you want to be asked, and I'll do everything in my power, all right, to make sure it's well worth your time. We're going to cover as much as possible, all right, and we try to cover as many stocks as possible in the three markets: the Singapore, the US, and the Hong Kong market. So good to see you guys. So for those of you who are just joining us, hi guys, my name is Joey, top tier advisor, trader in Phillips Securities, and welcome to this live show, all right, which will take probably about an hour or so, all right, and in this live show, pretty much we will talk about some of the stocks that you, not me, right, you guys are asking about, right? Whether you're looking for an opinion, whether to buy, to wait, to sell. We'll try to look at some of the most commonly asked stocks, all right, in this Facebook Live, all right? So, well, welcome to this live show, right? So, this is it, right? So let me know what stocks you want covered in Singapore, US, and Hong Kong market in a live poll, which I'll share with you guys in a bit. So just a very quick disclaimer, all right? Let me just go ahead to share with you these slides right here. So just a quick disclaimer. All this is pretty much just for education purpose only, so please do your own due diligence, all right? Okay, so here's what you need to do, right, in order to ask your stocks, right? And yeah, I mean, first of all, guys, before we even talk about this, I would really appreciate if you can help me, all right, to like and share, right? To help me to like and share, it will definitely, help out the channel, all right, so much. Thank you. Make sure you like and share. Give me a heart. I think there should be like a little heart-shaped button. I'm not too sure how these things work, but there should be like a heart shape or a like or thumbs up button at the bottom. Go ahead to just, give me some love, right? Click on it and share this video so it allows me to reach out to more people and we can try to help more people. And hopefully, these are the stocks whereby, we will try to cover those stocks that you guys like, right? So give me a heart, give me a like, all right? Just click on it. Thank you so much. I see a lot of heart shapes on my phone right here. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, so here's what you need to do, all right? As I say, don't type your comments, or in terms of the stocks that you want the comments, because if you do, all right, it will just be lost, all right? So what you do right now is this: you can open a new tab, all right? Open a new tab and go to this this website called slido.com. Just open a new tab on your computer, on your handphone, and go to this tab called Slido, SLIDO.com. All right, so this is an app whereby we do like a live poll, all right, and that is where you can, type in the stocks, right? To participate in the live poll, go to slido.com, and that is the code, right? So once you go to slido.com, all right, slido.com, let me just go ahead and share with you guys right here, okay? So www.slido.com, just open a new tab, slido.com. The code will be AMAS, which is short form for Ask Me Any Stocks, right? So AMAS01, that is the code, right? That is the code for where you shall kind of like type in the name of any stock. So we'll come to that in a bit, but just go on to that first. Once you're done, type in the comments Let me know once it's done. Type a yes in the comments below once that is done so that I know that you guys are done. All right, but this is pretty much where you can type in the stock that you want and a quick opinion on, and we'll do a live poll. We'll see if a lot of people are asking on it. That's where I will definitely cover those stocks that are most commonly asked. All right, so I see a few names coming on board. Hi guys, hi Laurel, hi Chintao, Victor, Henry, Charlie, Anthony, Catherine, Triby, Catherine Cole, hi. Awesome, hi Kimberly, good to see you here. Okay, good. Yeah, once it's done, let me know in the comments, type done so that I know you guys are already in. All right, and I think once you're on slido.com, type in the code AMAS01 to participate in this live poll. I think there's like a little question. What is your view on the stock market? You can go to participate on it and you can see like the live results happening live. So it's like a live poll. This is live, guys. All right. And yeah, once this is done, let me know, type done in the comments below so that I know that you guys are done. All right. This is it, right? Hi, Vincent, David. Awesome. Okay, good. Hi, Jane, Karen, Lynn. Good to see you. Hi, Lynn, Shuning. Awesome. Right. So yes, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this live show titled Ask Me Any Stocks. Right. Pretty much the stocks that you want to be answered. That's where we'll try to cover as much as possible in the Singapore, the US, and Hong Kong market. And this is a live poll. Go to it, slido.com. Code is AMAS01. I'll show you guys in a bit again, but let me just go ahead to pull out this again. All right. So yeah. Let me just. Okay, so this is the banner right here. All right. So right at the bottom of the screen, you can see go to slido.com, enter code AMAS01. All right. So let me just take a look at the poll. Let me just take a look at the poll to see what it says before we dive into the stocks that you guys are asking about. All right. And all right, so I think when you're on slido.com, you can see that the first question is, what is your view on the stock market? So a few of you are putting like, sideways, a bit more bullish, I would say, but this is pretty much like a live poll happening right now on Slido, right? So yeah, it seems like most of you are thinking that it's a bit sideways, right? So yeah, that's where you ask your questions, right? That's where you ask your questions. Great job, all right? And help me to like and share. Help me to like and share, guys. It will definitely help out the channel, all right? So let's go on to the comments and let's see which stock market should we cover first, right? So which stock market should we cover first, guys? I've just placed the question in the Slido app. Let me know, choose which market should we cover first? Is it like Singapore, the US, or the Hong Kong market? So, we'll do it like step by step, all right? So is it the Singapore, the US, or the Hong Kong market? Let me know, all right? Or anything is fine. Okay, that is it, right? Okay, once that is done, type a yes in the comments so that I know that you guys are done. Awesome. Okay, so Singapore market first, and then US, and then maybe Hong Kong. I think this is what some of you guys are asking for. Okay, well done, right on, right? So this is it, right? This is it. This is where you can go ahead to ask your questions. Let me just put this down. And okay, so we just look at the Singapore market first, right? I think a lot of you have put in the comments a lot of stocks that you guys are asking about, but this is it, right? What is that one Singapore stock, all right, that you want to be covered in the Slido app live poll? Go ahead to the Slido app right here and just type it in, all right? So we can kind of like see live, right? I think you can kind of like see live. It is like populating it right now, all right, on this app, and it's like live, all right? And let me know that Singapore. So we look at our Singapore market first. What's that one Singapore stock that you want to be covered? That's where we'll try to cover it as, we try to cover as much as possible, right, before we move to the US and then the Hong Kong market. All right, so this, I can see your comments here. Yeah, Singapore market. Okay, yes, I think some of you are placing your comments here as well, like some of the stocks like Ascendus REIT, hi, Rex International. But guys, go ahead to put it in the Slido app, right at the bottom of this screen, there is the code AMAS01. So go ahead to type in the stocks there so that we know those stocks are there. All right, and then we can cover it, and it's live poll. Okay, hi Stephanie, awesome, good to see you here. Okay, so it's now populating, guys, and let's take a look at what are some of the stocks that you guys want to be asked. All right, and I would say that we have quite a lot of stocks, right? A lot of stocks, and it's like currently still moving. I'm not sure if you guys are in there, all right, but it is still like moving. All right, and okay, so let me just just 10 more seconds, right? 10 more seconds, guys, 10 more seconds, and that's where we'll look at the stocks. Okay, good. So it seems like we have quite a few stocks coming up already, and top on the list is like okay, we have like maybe just cover like the top 5 or top 6, all right? So let me just write it down right now, all right? 10 more seconds, guys. Let me just write down the Singapore stocks that we'll cover. We have like Q&M, all right? Q&M Dental, SIA, SGX, all right? Okay, we have like Frencken as well, right? Frencken. Okay, so these are like the top stocks, right? Q&M, SIA, SGX, Frencken, and maybe the last one would be Keppel DC REIT, all right? Keppel DC REIT, and maybe like Propnex, right? That's it, right? This is it, right? So guys, we have pretty much got the stocks already, all right? I've got the stocks already, and this would be pretty much the stocks we will cover, all right? Let me just show you guys the stocks against right here, and this is the. So let me just show you guys here, all right? Right here. So this is it, right? So it's like SIA, I would say maybe like UMS, Frencken, all right? SIA, Q&M, SGX, Frencken. I think these are the stocks which a lot of people are asking on. We'll try to cover them. Propnex as well, Frencken, the tech stocks. All right, and so let's dive into it right now. And maybe the first one we'll look at would be SIA, right? SIA, I think a lot of people are asking about SIA, and you know, we have like all the aviation sector stocks, the tourism, the hospitality sector stocks coming out over the past 2 days. And I think you guys know why, because we have like the government coming out and opening up like more countries. I think total of like 8 plus 3, 11 countries now. All right, and people can travel a bit more easier, right? Sound like opening up, and that's a positive for the entire aviation sector, right? Which pretty much has been hit due to the current situation that we are in. And this is SIA right now, right? If you guys can see SIA right here, type a 2 in the comments below. Type a 2 in the comments below so that I know that you guys are still here, because sometimes it might be a bit laggy before we talk about SIA and some of the top Singapore stocks that you guys are asking about. Type a 2 in the chat. Let me know. And maybe just give me a like as well and share, right? Before we talk about SIA, right? SIA. Awesome, two. Okay, good. So yes, I think you guys can still see and hear me. Awesome. Hi, Tom. Few of you still coming on board. Hi, Monique, Alan, Bernard Kwa, Hak Chai. Hi, awesome. Okay, so this is SIA right here. And since a lot of you are asking, I think more than 30 of you are asking about SIA, let's just talk about it. So it's currently trading at about $5.49. So I did a video on the aviation sector stocks like SATS and SIA just a couple of weeks back, whereby you know it was like pretty much consolidating, and of course, you know, just over the past 2 days we saw quite a huge spike up, right? So what is the trend? Is it like on the recovery path? Can we see like more weakness? So what happens was, you know, in my previous video, right, just about I think last month, all right, I talked about this recovery of the SIA and SATS, right, and pretty much like a recovery growth story that is still ongoing. I think I don't know whether any of you have seen the video. It was on Facebook page as well. All right, and I talk about, you know, whereby there could actually be a bit more upside in terms of like the trend turning from like a downtrend to an uptrend. So for SIA right here, you can see this is what we have drawn, an upward sloping channel support line right here. Okay, and this is pretty much a very, very gentle uptrend, I would say, since like November. We started to shoot up because of talks about vaccine and all that. That's a positive. The market started to push up all the way. But, you know, of course, we had like another variant that came in somewhere in April. We broke the 550 support level, went all the way down. And we were pretty much consolidating right here from that 480, right? 480 to the 520 level. All right, 480 to 520. You can see this is the range. Let me just go ahead to draw it for you. Right here, all right, so this is the range, all right, for SIA over the past, I would say 4 to 5 months right here. So 480 to about the $5.20. Up, down, up, down. I mentioned about really good support about 480, where you kind of like rebounded about 1, 2, 3, 4 times, all right, and eventually, right, I talked about this resistance at the $5.20, whereby we want to really break above. And yes, over the past 2 days, we did break the $5.20. So a lot of clients asking me as well, you know, how is it looking for SIA? Can we start to see the recovery? You know, is the uptrend still intact, or is it like too expensive? Yeah, recovered is, you know, it's not good to enter now. So let's dive into it and take a look, right? So basically, as I say, we kind of broke this $5.20 resistance level right here that we have been consolidating below since May. All right, so it's like about about 4 to 5 months, and that is a good sign. That is a good sign. The fact that we went above that 520, it is a good sign of more upside to come. All right, and initial target would be at about the $5.50 level. You can see that was originally the support level. All right, the support level where we were in like March, and then we broke to 550. So that 550 was a bit of a resistance, which is pretty much where we are right now. So today it kind of like closed at 5.49, so it's just right around there. All right, and yeah, this is where we are right now, about 549. So anything I would say above this $5.20. So this 520, as I say, we broke up. Let me just turn it to green in color right here. So this 520 would now actually be the support level, all right, for SIA for this uptrend to really start to form up a bit more firmly. All right, so just take note, $5.20 is a very, very important support right now. And as long as we stay above that 520, I think, in my opinion, I think this stock looks quite good. Like what I've mentioned in my previous video, it looks set for a gradual recovery. All right, it looks set for a gradual recovery. You know, I mean, in the short term, there might be some profit taking along the way. And where could be the level whereby we might see some profit taking right here? All right, and this is the level at the 580, right? $5.80, right? And that level is key. Why 580? As I say, right, this was where we were in March, April. So as we approaches that 580, 570 plus, that is where some selling can come back, but you know, it might come back about, you know, pull back a bit, maybe push back to the 550. That's where buying pressure might come back again all the way up. And of course, if we do break the 580, I think that is where we can start to see the uptrend really continue. So you can see that, I mean, SIA has done like a few rights issue over the past 1-2 years, right, to raise funds. And I mean, it's a really bad sector to be in, but it seems like things are starting to look good. All right, eventually countries will open, more and more people will get vaccinated, and people can start traveling, and that's where SIA will be bound. I mean, we're bound to benefit from it. All right, but it takes time. But right now, as I say, there are some signs of the uptrend starting to form up. Right, so it's not all like expensive and like you have missed it or what. No, it might just be the beginning of more upside. All right, especially right now when we break the $5.20. That could be actually more upside all the way. All right, so the next upside above that 580. All right, so 580 is a critical level. All right, if we do break that 580, potentially we might hit to maybe that $6 to maybe that 650 level. That could actually be the next upside. Right? So this is SIA. I think it looks quite good. All right, above 580 we might push to like maybe 6 or maybe that 650 level. All right, so this is SIA here, one of those stocks that we do like as well. All right, and I think we covered it many times in terms of like a recovery play. All right, so this is SIA. Okay, Ken? And yes, so this is SIA right here. Let me just go ahead to this, take a look at the next stock that we like to cover again. And the next stock would be Q&M, right? Q&M Dental, right? So if you guys are still here, all right, and you want to go to a stock number 2, all right, type a 2 in the chat so that we can move on to stock number 2. All right, so we'll cover the Singapore market. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this show, Ask Me Any Stocks Live, which is pretty much where I will cover the most commonly asked stocks, all right, in the Singapore market, the US and the Hong Kong market. So right now we're talking about the Singapore market, and we are looking at pretty much 5 stocks: Q&M, SIA, SGX, Frencken, maybe one more like prop next. All right, that's what we'll do. All right, so 222, awesome. Okay, hi, Ellie. So I can see your guys' comment right here. Okay, good. So yeah, we will probably have like a Q&A session at the end. So if you have any questions, you can ask them in the end. All right. But this is where we are. So I think some of you are asking your questions here. Hi, Maeve, could you look at Visa and MasterCard and Wilmar? Awesome. All right, so that is, I would say, Visa and MasterCard is like US stocks. So yeah, you can, later we'll talk about the US market. All right, some of you are asking about the glove counters. I'll try to find time, guys. It seems like there are a lot of stocks we can cover, but I'll do my best, right? I'll do my best. Okay, so let me just continue right now here. Okay, so let me move on to the next stock, which would be Q&M Dental, right? So Q&M Dental right here. Okay, and I would say this is Q&M Dental right here. One of those stocks that we're looking, over the past few months back, right? Since like, I would say beginning of the year, we were seeing quite a good, I would say, uptrend, right? Pretty good uptrend. It was like pushing higher and higher from like, 40 cents to 50, 60, and went all the way up to somewhere around that 75, 74, right here. Let me just go to draw it for you. So this is live, right? So let me just go to analyze it for you live. Okay, and Q&M Dental. So it's to do with the, those Q&M Dental, right? So pretty much like where you're going to do your teeth and all that, right? So right now you can see that we are pretty much back to the support level around that 0.5554 level. Let me just go to draw it for you. This would be the support level. So we actually went all the way up to maybe about 74, 70 over cents, and there's some selling coming in. All right, we kind of broke this like 65 cents level. I think there was some news that came out or something. So we kind of broke these 65 cents, and in terms of the trend, started to turn a bit from like an uptrend to a bit of a downtrend. So a bit of a short-term weakness. We broke this 65 and even 60 cents, and this is where we are right now, consolidating above this level. So let me just go to draw this, I would say, short-term range for you right now from that 54, all right, 54. So the low today is like 54. Over the past like 1 month, we're seeing some support at about 0.54, all right, and that is the range, 54 to that 60 cents. So in the short term, we might actually be consolidating right now in this range, right, 54 to 60 cents, all right, and this 54 is quite important. It's quite important. And why do I say so? Look at this, right? So 54 is pretty much back to where we were somewhere in May, right? So May, you can see there was a resistance. We broke up and the rally started. All right, now we're back to square one and we're back to this May level. So this resistance in May has now turned the support level. All right, that's number one. Number two, look at this blue line. This blue line right here is what we call the 200 days moving average, right? The 200 days moving average, and pretty much like a longer term moving average, whereby if prices would like hold above this 200 days moving average, I would say the longer term still looks okay, all right, though we might actually see a bit of weakness in the short term. All right, so this is where we are right now. So in the short term, you can see we are just consolidating over the past 1 month from like 54 to 60 cents. So I think right now it's still pretty much consolidating. So it's a bit hard to tell if the trend can continue in the long term. But right now, because we are still above this 200 days moving average, but still fine. But if we do break that 54 level, then we might actually push towards the next support at 50 cents. But right now, you can see this is where we are holding above over the past 1 month, right? So in order to see this counter release like stage a recovery back up again, I think we definitely want to see some some good like bullish price actions coming in again, maybe somewhere above that 60 cents. You can see we try to attempt to break that 60 cents here, all right? But it seems like sellers just kind of like push it back down right over here. Quite a bearish candle, all right, came back down again. So we definitely want to see prices really pushing back above that 60 cents resistance level in order to see like a reversal to the upside starting to happen, maybe to like 65 and 70%. But right now, that would be the cap right here at that 60 cents, right? So this is Q&M Dental, right? So let's move on to the third stock that all of you are asking about, which would be like SGX, right? SGX, I think some of you are asking about SGX as well, right? So let me just go to ask on SGX. Okay, so this is SGX right here, Singapore Exchange, right? And trading about $9.61, right? $9.61. If you guys are, still here, all right, tap the like or the heart button below. I think there is like a like and the heart button. Go to tap it so I know that you guys are still here, because I have like another screen. That's where I'm actually covering. Looking at the others. All right, so tap the like and heart button so that I know that you guys are still like watching. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Right, so like and share, all right, so that you can help me to reach out to more people. And yeah, let's take a look at the SGX stock right here. Okay, SGX right here, and trading at 961. Okay, so right now you can see that SGX, we have seen quite a heavy selling. I think there was some results announcement kind of like came in below expectation. We broke this 1150, so it was a really, really good uptrend actually. All right, somewhere until like July, and there was some news that came out, all right, below expectations in terms of earnings, and then we broke this like $11.50, right? $11.50 right here was really bad, right? Not so good, right? So you can see we broke the 1150, and right here we kind of like went below this short-term 20 days moving average as well, right? So not a good thing for the short term. We broke 1150, went below the 20 days moving average, and that's where you can see down, all the way to right here. And in fact, $9.80, all right, for SGX 9.80 is like a really good support, right? It's a really good support, 980, and we were actually holding above this 980 since like beginning of the year. All right, beginning of the year we were holding above this $9.80 level, but over the past 1 week plus, we broke the 980. So I would say SGX, to be honest, it looks a little bit shaky. I mean, if you were to hold above 980, I think it's fine. Right? You can see we kind of like rebounded, and we were like holding above like last week, but it seems like we just broke this $9.80 level, which doesn't look that good if we are still below, and it's the fact that we are now still below 980, it's like 961 today, right? So where could potentially be the next, I would say, downside level whereby some support might come back? I would say somewhere around the 935, 940 level. You can see this is pretty much the range. All right, this is the range for now, maybe about 935 to around the $9.80 level, right? So this is SGX. I think for those of you who are looking to buy, normally we don't want to buy when it's like coming down. I mean, for example, let's say it's like 1150. I mean, you broke, you buy, and then you buy and you buy and buy, and it just keeps on coming down. So normally we don't want to buy when there are like some short-term weakness still, which is like in fact still showing now. We don't want to like just rush in to buy. I think if you're looking to buy, but you want to see some stability at some prices, maybe like a good bullish candle coming in or some signs of the trend turning up. But right now, as I say, if you're like just buying down and down and down, and eventually if like the support at 930, 935 were to break down as well, we might actually, hit lower, all right? And that could be like the next downside move. I mean, I'm not saying that it will go all the way down, but that could be, all right, the next downside move if the support level at this like 930, 935 to break down. We might actually push to like $9 or maybe even the $8.50 level. That could potentially be the next downside move for SGX if, I say again, if we were to break this support level. So I think some of my clients are asking me, you have like came down by quite a lot. Should we like try to time our entry to get in on dips and all that? But if you want to do it, I mean, yeah, you can, but just be careful, because if the support to break, you want to have a plan, maybe get out first, because that's where you can see we just continue to push down and down and down. All right, so we want to really see some stability. All right, maybe prices coming back above some of those key levels like the 980, then that would be a good thing, whereby we might see a bit more upside. All right, so this is SGX right here. The range is like the 930 to maybe about 980 for now. All right, and this is where we are. So short-term wise, we still look weak. All right, we still look weak below 980. In terms of the trend as well, from the mid to long term, you can see this red line is like slowly turning down. All right, I mean, if you like to go down and down some more, eventually this red line might cross down below the blue line, which is not a good thing in terms of the mid to long term trend as well. We might actually be a bit weak in that sense. All right, so this is SGX, right? So we have covered like Q&M, SIA, SGX. Maybe just one more stock, Frencken. All right, so Frencken, I think a lot of you are asking about it as well. Frencken right here. All right, so this is one of those really good, I would say, uptrending tech stock, which was really good. I mean, it's like recovered. We have a few bullish signals on my system as well. From the beginning of the year, we went to like maybe about like 130 to like 160, 180, 90, 190, and all the way to like $2.50. And we were like consolidating. But over the past like 1-2 weeks, we were actually seeing a bit of weakness in the tech sector, right, because of like rising bond yields and the US tech sector. In fact, we look at the US stocks as well. For those of you who are here, we are looking at the Singapore stocks for now. All right, and that's where you can ask your stock in the slido.com app. All right, the code is AMAS01 right at the bottom of the screen. All right, but we're looking at Singapore stocks right now. Later, we look at US stocks. But the thing is, we did see some weakness in the entire US tech sector because of rising bond yields, and because of like rising bond yields, normally these tech stocks, they're all projecting earnings and revenue and all that. So we use risings in terms of their fair value. It will kind of like push down their fair value, and that's why people use it as an opportunity to like sell down in some of those tech stocks. So the Singapore tech sector is not spared as well, and that's why we're seeing selling in like Frencken, even like UMS as well. So this is Frencken right here. All right, trading at about $2.09, right? $2.09. So we're pretty much back to where we were somewhere in like August, right? So August, we can see we broke the $2 mark. So $2 was a really, really important psychological level right here. When we broke the $2 mark, we went all the way up to that 250. All right, consolidated below, a bit of profit taking. And that is where sellers came back. In terms of the weakness in the tech sector, we broke this like $2.30, right? So 230 was quite a good support. It was like consolidating from like 230 to 250. But then again, all right, we broke the 230, right here, just like last week on the 4th of October. All right, yeah, last Monday we broke the 230, and that's it, right? That's where more weakness came in. And today, like $2.10, it's a bit of a support, but it seems like over the past 2 days, we have broken this $2.10 support level as well, right? $2.10 support level. So, we might actually see a bit of short-term weakness right here, maybe to that $2. So $2, as I say, is a very, very important resistance level that we broke up in August, and now that would be the support level, and that is also where the 100 days moving average is, right? So I think if we were to hold above that $2, right? I mean, hold above that $2, hopefully we see a bit of rebound from here, when we stabilize a bit of the tech sector, a rebound back to like 220, 230, that could be the upside move. But it's only like one day. You can see one day that we are below 210. So today, not that a good closing. I mean, if we can like hold above that 210, which is where we were, all right, then that's okay. But the thing is, we went below that 210, which is like 209 today. So not so good in the short term as well. We might actually see a bit of weakness coming at $2. And hopefully we see that level, that psychological level hold as well. Right. So look at Frencken. You can see that over the past 6 to 8 months, all right, we have seen, I would say, a little bit of like selling down, and each time it comes back down to some of those really good support, like what we see over here, I think in Feb here. Sorry, let me just go to draw this for you right here. Okay, so this was like in February when we saw like the entire tech sector selling down. All right, it went from like about like 150 to like 120. I started to see a bit of a rebound. All right, and also maybe here as well. All right, somewhere in May. All right, we saw like a selling down as well. All right, we saw selling down in May. In this February as well for Frencken, and this is one of those good stocks to buy. Actually, it comes back down to some of those good support levels. All right, look at this right here. It went to like 120, it rebounded, sold off, rebounded as well, and it touches this like a red line. So this red line is what we call the 100 days moving average, right? The 100 days moving average, and pretty much where we have been rebounding, right, above this like 100 days moving average, I would say, over the past like 8 months. So right now you can see we are like kind of like nearing this 100 days moving average right here. Okay, right here you can see we're almost nearing, right? So this was where we were in May. We went slightly below, we touched it, rebounded, right? So hopefully we kind of like approach at $2, all right, hold above that $2 for a while, maintain, we see some good bullish reversal candles. This is where the 100 days moving average is, and that's where hopefully we can see a bit of reversal like what we have seen over here. So in terms of the mid to long term trend, I think it still looks okay, like what we have seen. It comes back down, it rebounds. So mid to long term trend still looks okay, but short term, I would prefer to see a bit more stability above that $2 and hopefully consolidate from like 2 to 210 and breaking above that 210 to see like the reversal coming back up again. All right. So this is like this is like Frencken. All right. So yes, we have pretty much covered like I would say about 4 or 5 stocks already, and I think we have a lot of you guys like asking more stocks, right? So we have like quite a lot of stocks, and I think there's one stock that just came up in the list. All right. For those of you who are new here, welcome to this show, and this is the show Ask Me Any Stock live show. And Joey here, top tier manager and trader in Philips Securities, and welcome to this live show. All right, and we've covered like 4 to 5 stocks. We look at the US market and Hong Kong market as well, but now we are talking about the Singapore market. All right, so give me a like, right? Go below, give me a thumbs up and a like and a heart shape. That would definitely help me. All right, and give me a like as well so that I know that you guys are here. And before we move on to the next stock, which would be IFast, right? IFast. I think IFast is one of those stocks that a lot of you are asking. All right, so on this little app, I think a lot of you are asking about this stock called IFast. Let me just take a look, right? Okay, thanks for the heart shape and thanks for the love, right? Okay, so this is IFast, right? So I think a lot of you are asking about IFast, right? IFast right here. Let me just take a look at IFast. Okay, so a lot of you are asking about IFast. So let me take a look at IFast. So we have covered a few already, right? We have covered like SIA, we have covered Q&M, SGX, Frencken, and maybe take a look at IFast, which is what you guys are asking about. So maybe about 5 to 10 more minutes, and that's where we'll look at the US market, right? So make sure you stay all the way to the end, all right? And that's where we have a Q&A session as well. You will be able to ask your questions, and we'll try to cover as many stocks as possible if there are enough time. So go on maybe like about an hour and a half. We'll try to do it, all right? But this is IFast, all right? IFast right here. So how many of you feel that this stock looks quite good in terms of the uptrend? Type a yes in the comments below. If you feel that this stock looks like not too bad, type a yes in the comments below before we even like do an analysis. Let me know. Hi Sherry. Okay, good. Like. Okay, thanks Sherry. Hi Jasmine. Good to see you. So yes, type a yes. All right. Let me know if this is like in an uptrend. All right. Yeah, Kelvin. Thanks, Kelvin. You mentioned that it's like in an uptrend. I think yeah, we can't like look at it again. An uptrend. Okay, so we have like yes, pretty much uptrend. Yes, yes. Okay, Maeve. Maeve, you're saying that it looks bullish. So yes, I can see your comments, guys, and I'll put it on the screen. I'm not too sure whether you can see your comments, but that is where I will show your comments. So if you comment below, you have a chance for me to show your comments on the screen. All right. Okay. Chun Hyung. All right. You mentioned don't think so. So yeah, maybe not an uptrend. All right. So let's see what some of you are saying. All right, about this stock before we talk about it. All right. So okay. Awesome. Uptrend. Gary, yes. Okay, awesome. Right, good. So I think most of you are saying like it's looking quite good. All right, looking not too bad. And let's take a look at IFast right now. So you can see IFast is one of those, I would say, pretty strong. I would say maybe one of those like strongest Singapore stocks that we have covered many months. I would say like since like last year. All right, and we in fact we had like a couple of really good bullish signals on my system that I have that kind of like shows entry and exit as well. All right, and it was looking really good. All right, and you know over the past I would say like a few months we were actually consolidating above this $8. So $8 was like a really good support. We were actually just moving sideways since June to like September, about 3 months from 8 to that like maybe about 9.50, came back down. All right, and then we managed to break this $9, went all the way to like $10, and we saw a bit of selling coming back. All right, let me just zoom it in for you guys. So a bit of selling at about $10, which is like a psychological level, all right, a psychological resistance level at $10, and that was where we saw some heavy selling right here, which is normal because $10, anything to do with like a $10, the $1, these are all psychological level, and there were a lot of sellers right there, and we were kind of like approaching it. Sellers came back to push it back down, and buyers tried to like hold price above it, but it didn't happen, right? Just 1 or 2 days, it came back down and the selling started. Of course, the market was a bit weaker just about 2 or 3 weeks back as well, all right, when the tech stocks started to sell down, and we were back to this $9 level. So yeah, for clients, we kind of like, alerted as well in terms of getting in on dips, on any dips. These are one of the stocks that you want to think about getting in. $9 was this really good level, all right, that you could time your entry to kind of like catch the rebound. So it kind of like rebounded from the $9 all the way to about 9.50, all right, and that was like a bit of a temp resistance. 9.50, you can see this was where we were in July, all right, so 9.50, a bit of resistance, but today, all right, right now, today, I didn't plan it, right, guys, it just happened today, I have no idea why, but today we broke the 9.50, all right, and it closed at 9.75, all right, count close at about 9.75. So that is a good thing, right? That is a good thing. I think maybe like over the next few days, like tomorrow or something, we might actually attempt to break. Okay, I don't know whether it will break, right? But I think we might actually attempt to really break and test this critical $10 level, all right? 10.00. That is key, right? That is key because $10, as I say, it's a psychological level. We were there just about a month back. We came back down, and now we are potentially heading back there again, all right? So we might actually see a bit of profit taking near the $10, $9.95, $9.98, around there. I mean, if you have kind of like caught the rebound, you can take some profit as well. It's perfectly fine. But I'm more looking at more upside, I would say, above the $10, right? If we can really, move above the $10 firmly in some really good bullish actions, I think that's where the uptrend can actually continue further, all right, to maybe like $10.50 to $11. That could be the next upside move, right, above the $10. And that's where the uptrend can really start to continue to the next phase, because $10, as I say, is a very good psychological level with buyers prepared to buy at higher prices, even above 10. I think that's a good sign that the uptrend really looks firm, all right, and the stock can start to continue even further in terms of the uptrend, all right. In terms of the long term, right, long term, you can see that mid to long term wise, these reds and the blue lines, they're all pointing up, all right, pointing up. Look at this is a red line, 100 days moving average pointing up, prices holding quite well above the 100 days moving average. The blue line right here as well pointing up. So red above the blue, it looks really good in terms of the mid to long term trend, all right. But in the short term, we did see like some profit taking, push back, push up, came back down, like what we see from like 10 to 9, and then now we are hitting back to 10. But so far, this stock is still one of those stocks to really watch. I mean, I would say that in terms of the uptrend, one of those stocks that you really want to think about buying on dates, right? And that is where I would say, yeah, the uptrend looks pretty intact, right? The uptrend looks pretty intact right here. Okay. So let me go ahead to okay, good. So let's take a look at one more stock, right? One more stock, right? So I think a lot of you are asking about IFast. I think we have one more stock coming up on the list, which is like ISDN. Okay, maybe let's take a look at one more stock before we move to the US market and see if we have enough time for this stock. ISDN, or maybe like, let me just go ahead to check what is the poll now, and then okay, maybe like ISDN and UMS. Okay, let me just take a look at UMS first, right? So this is UMS. So same thing like Frencken, all right? This is UMS, and we were actually consolidating for UMS right here from like 165 to 180, all right? 165 to 180. This was actually the range. It was quite, I would say, a good range. And yeah, we were pretty much just like moving, I would say, like sideways, right? But then again, we broke this level from like 165 to 180. We broke the 165, and some selling came back again, right, due to the weakness in the US tech sector, like I've mentioned for Frencken, right? So UMS got hit as well. So we broke the 165, not so good in terms of the short term. Sellers came back, push it back down, and we are back to this level, which is the 150, right? 150. Okay, 150 is the support level, was originally the resistance, turned support, and you can see this is like quite a good, I would say, reversal candle. Is something like a doji, right? A doji is where we see it like a support at a support level, and prices were to hold above these levels. Let me just go to draw for UMS this upside rebound targets right here from 150 all the way back to that 165 level. Right, so it's only one day, but I think that because we saw this doji right here, I think over the next few days, if we can hold above this 150, all right, so this is UMS, right? We can hold above that 150 level. Hopefully, we see a good rebound back to the 165 first. After 165 back to 180, but that would be the range for now. I think this 150 is quite important. Look at this, right? We were pretty much like consolidating below in April, May, June, and when we broke up, that's where the rally started all the way to 180, and we're now pretty much back to this level. All right, and same thing like Frencken, right? Same thing like Frencken. Look at this, right? For UMS, right? For UMS, basically, you can see each time we sold off like somewhere in February, March, right here. Okay, we kind of sold off as well. We sold off from like 140 to like about that $1, and that's where the rebound really started. All right, somewhere in May again, right? Same thing like Frencken, we sold off from like 150 to 130, hit a bit of the longer term moving average. So each time we sold off, you can see we approach this longer term moving average where the red and blue line is, where the red line is, and we kind of like push away, found a bit of support, push away from those levels, and the uptrend kind of like firm up a bit more, and that's where we started to see that reversal. So this is what is happening right now, right? So we are pretty much back to where the red line, 100 days moving average is, with the support at about the 150 level, right? So let's see, right? Over the next few days, if you can hold above 150, I think that could be a good sign, all right, of hopefully a bit of stability coming back, and that's where hopefully we see the reversal happening back to 1.65, right? So this is UMS trading at 1.52 today. Okay, guys, give me a like, all right? Give me a like, give me a heart shape if you're still here, all right? If you're still here, tap the heart shape and the like button so that I know that you guys are still here before we probably move on to one last stock in the Singapore market, right? One last stock in the Singapore market, and we move on to the US market, right? Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, good. Hi, Baksun. Okay, awesome. Okay, so one more stock. I think ISDN, which is what you guys are asking, like one of the top votes. We have ISDN. So we have covered some of the top stocks already. All right, so I hope you guys are still following me. All right, we covered about 5 to 6 stocks. We try to find time to cover them again if we have a bit more time. Thank you. Thanks for the like as well, and hit the like and share button, guys. I would really appreciate it if you can hit the like and the share button. Hit the share button so it allows me to reach out to more people. More people will be able to benefit as well, and more people will be able to ask questions as well, ask about their stocks as well, right? So hit the like and the share buttons, and thank you so much for doing that, right? Okay, good. Thanks. Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on to the next stock, which would be ISDN. All right, ISDN. Right. So there's like a lot of people asking about ISDN as well. I think more than 30 of you, 20 of you asking about ISDN. All right. So let me just. Okay, let's take a look. Right. So this ISDN right here. So ISDN is one of those tech stock as well. All right, a little bit more volatile. I would say a little bit more volatile, and you can see that we kind of like went up from like 55 all the way to like 85, consolidated, and we kind of broke this 85, went down to broke the 70. It went down. You can see this was where we were trading below that 70 over the past, I would say, 2 to 3 months, right, below the 70 cents, right? And over the past, I would say, 1 week, 2 weeks plus, same thing. There was some tech weakness, AEM, Frencken, UMS all got sold off as well. And we are pretty much back to this level, all right, around that 55 to 60 cents, right? So 60 cents is a bit of a temp support. In fact, 61, 60, 61, you can see that was where we rebounded somewhere in June. All right, rebounded somewhere in June, but 60 cents would be a bit of a temp support. But the most critical one would be this, right? And that would be the 55 cents level, right? This is where we were holding since like the beginning of the year at 55 cents level. So I think 55 cents is one of those quite important support level. If we were to like hit back here, hopefully we see quite a good rebound right here, like a few good bullish candles to lead the rebound, like what you've seen in March, in May, all right, and then we started to rally. So that could be the next downside, I would say, move towards that 55 to 60 cents before hopefully a rebound coming back in again. But right now, you can see that the fact that we kind of like broke some of those key support levels, like the 80 cents, the 70 cents gave way. We are still below 70. We head down. All right, it still looks a bit weak in terms of the short term. All right, this is the short term. Long term, it still remains to be seen because right now you can see long term. This is where the blue line is right now. So we're pretty much back to those longer term moving average. All right, this is where the red line is as well. All right, but if we were to hold above that 55 cents, I think it still looks hopefully okay in longer term. But short term, that is where we might actually head to in terms of like more selling pressure towards that 55 cents, right? So this is ISDN. So yeah, let's see, right? Over the next few weeks, hopefully we can see like a good reversal, like what we have seen, 1, 2, 3, all right, about 3 times it rebounded from 55. Hopefully we see that here. That can lead the reversal back to 65 to 70 cents, right? But this is ISDN here. It looks a little bit a little bit weaker in the short term when it kind of broke that 70 cents. But let's see if like some good support comes back again. Okay, so this is ISDN, right? This is ISDN. Okay, good. So yes, so we have pretty much covered, I would say, most of the stocks in the Singapore market that you guys are asking about: ISDN, IFast, UMS, Q&M Dental. Yeah, maybe just like, okay, yeah, I think that should be it, right? That should be it. So let's move on to the US. Let's move on to the US market as well, right? Yeah, let me know, right? Let me know when you guys are ready. Type US stocks below, right? Type US so that I know you guys are ready, and if you move on to the US market, and that's where I will let you know. You can go ahead to type the US stocks that you want to be covered as well. All right. Awesome. US. Okay, good. I see you guys. Hi, Adina, Carl. Okay, good. So I can see you guys comments. Baba, Alibaba. Okay, I think that's one of those stocks that a lot of people might be asking as well. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Dave, Valentia. I think that's what you want covered. Irene, good to see you. Jared, shooting. Okay, good. Okay, all right. So let's go into talk about the US market, right? Some of the stocks that you want to be covered in the US market. So we have pretty much covered the stocks that are, in the Singapore market. I think we have covered like 5 to 6 stocks already. So I hope that you guys have taken away something. All right, so let's move to the US stocks before we move to the Hong Kong market. We're going to give a bit more time. All right, we have gone on for about 45 minutes, and some of you are still here. Thank you so much for being still here. All right, so let's go on to the US stocks, right? So I kind of like placed in the Slido app as well. So those of you who are new, right, go to Slido, right, go to slido.com, all right, and let me know. Go to slido.com, enter the code AMAS01, that is the code. Let me know what are some of the top US stocks that you want to be covered as well. All right, let me know US. So right now, guys, we are looking at the US market, right? We're looking at the US market. Go ahead, let me know what are the US stocks that you like to be covered, right? So Tesla, we're seeing a few names, right? So it's kind of like populating. I don't know whether you guys can see it on your Slido app, but this is like populating. We have like Tesla on the list coming up. We have Alibaba coming up, right? So I think those are some of the common stocks which a lot of people are asking about. Okay, it's still populating. Tesla number one, Alibaba, NEO, NVDA. Okay, so yes, for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this live show, Ask Me Any Stocks. And this is where I'll kind of like analyze the stock that you guys are asking about. And right now, we are talking about the US market, pretty much the US stocks. We have covered like the Singapore stocks just now, but now we are looking at the US stocks. So go to the Slido.com app, go to slido.com, all right, just go to a website, Chrome or something, open a new tab, slido.com, enter the code AMAS01, and that's where you will be able to ask your stocks live. All right, so that's it, right? Okay, I think we have kind of like got quite a few stocks in the US market. Let me just go ahead to write it down so that I would not get lost because it's like always changing. Okay, good. Okay, good. Apple as well. Okay, Tesla, I think that's number one. Tesla, we have like NVDA. Okay, NVIDIA is one of those stocks that I really like. All right, NEO as well. All right, NEO, Alibaba. Okay, NVIDIA, NEO, Tesla, Alibaba. We have like PLTR as well. Wow, this stock is like a bit volatile. We have Apple as well. Okay, good. So that's it, right? About 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Okay, so let me just take a look at these stocks. Let me just take a look at the stocks. And all right, so that is the answer, right? Pretty much the results right here. I think you can see right here we have like Tesla, NEO, NVIDIA, Alibaba, PLTR. I think you can see it on your Slido app, but this is what I'm seeing on my screen right here, right? Tesla, NVIDIA, Alibaba, right? So let me just go ahead to look at the US stocks that you guys are asking about, right? So the first one would be like Tesla and NEO, NVIDIA. We try my best to cover as much as possible, but let's take a look at Tesla right now, right? So this is Tesla. Okay, so how is Tesla looking, right? So Tesla is one of those stocks that I would say, yeah, I have it in my portfolio as well, all right? And it's one of those stocks where I, think about always getting in again on dips, all right? And yeah, one of those really long-term stocks you can just buy and keep. And we have been like, very, very strong uptrend since like last year. You can see we kind of like push up from like what, 100, 120, it started to push all the way to like about 1,900 plus and came back down, all right, and this is pretty much where we are right now. So over the past, again, I'll not go too far, but you can see that over the past, I would say like 5 months, 4 to 5 months, we actually kind of formed a bit of a low, all right, formed a bit of a low. We found some good support coming back around the $5.50 level. Let me just go ahead to draw it for you right here. Okay, so that was a bit of a support level at about 550, right? 550, you can see we rebounded, went up, came back down, rebounded from the 550. So this 550 is a really good support level. So we kind of rebounded again from it. And since rebounding from it in May, all right, we were actually forming what we call higher lows. So buyers were kind of like prepared to slowly come in again to buy at higher prices, all right, buy at higher prices, forming what we call higher lows. And that's a good sign. You can see you consolidated from 550 to 650. Eventually we broke up, went above the 700 as well, consolidated, came back down. And this is like, where we are right now, back to this 800 level. All right, back to this 800 level. All right, so this 800 level would be key. All right, I think if we can break the 800, so over the past like 1 to 2 weeks, we are still seeing selling pressure coming in at about 800. All right, and sellers are like pushing back down, but doesn't mean down means like down all the way. All right, this comes back down to like a little bit like near 750, 760. That's where the 20 days moving average line is as well. All right, and buyers are like kind of getting in again on dips, right? And this is Tesla. So I would say 800 would be a psychological resistance level, all right? It was originally the support we've seen in January, right? So we're pretty much back to where we were in January, all right? Support, now turn resistance. I think if we can get past that 800, all right, whether it's like today or tomorrow, that is where we can potentially climb back up back to the 900. 900 was like the previous high we have seen in the beginning of the year, and that would be Tesla. So yeah, I would say looking good, right? Looking good. So I think we have covered it as well many times in one of those premium service that I have called the Monthly Edge, whereby we share some of those live, those US stocks, high growth US stocks, and Tesla is definitely one of them as well. All right, and yeah, I would say this stock looks quite good, right? Look quite good, and above 800, we might push to 900 and eventually going to that 1,000 level as well. So there's a lot of opportunity in terms of the electric vehicle space for Tesla. All right, and I think all of you would know Tesla is one of the leaders. I mean, in the US, it's like branching into China as well, right? One of the leaders in the electric vehicle space compared to like NIO or XPeng or Li Autos and all that. I would say Tesla is like a clear winner, like 5 years ahead in terms of their technology, all right, in terms of their sales number as well. All right, so definitely if you're looking at the EV sector, Tesla is one of those longer term plays as well. All right, so this is Tesla right here. All right, so I think next one would be like NIO. A lot of people are asking about NIO as well. So why don't let's just take a look at NIO. All right, let me take a look at NIO as well. So this is NIO, right? So you can take a look at NIO, and what do you guys think? Is NIO like looking good? Is it like as strong as Tesla, or how many of you think like NIO is like a bit weaker? Let me know. Type in the comments below. Let me know if like it's a bit weaker than Tesla. Looks like a downtrend. All right, good. Maybe high, weak. Andy, thanks. Weak. All right, so a bit weaker than Tesla. Hi, Ken. Good to see you here. Weaker than Tesla as well. All right, so yeah, I would say that's slightly weaker than Tesla. All right, lower lows, going sideways. There's your comments on screens. Hi, Jenny. Looks bad, fallen a lot, going sideways, a bit more down. All right, good. I mean, that would be for NIO, and I think NIO is pretty much focused on the China market. Of course, now I think all of you would know in terms of the China tech stocks. In fact, later we look at Alibaba. I think one of those stocks is like Alibaba. All right, and we have like the Chinese government kind of like cracking down on those like tech stocks, Tencent, Alibaba, and all that, which got hit really badly over the past few months. All right, and it's still ongoing. All right, so that's why I would say NIO kind of like got hit as well. It's not really like in the tech space, but a bit of EV sector, a bit to do with tech as well. So it kind of like sold off as well because of that. All right, but this is NIO. So let's take a look at NIO in terms of the chart. Where is the support level? All right, so quite clearly, you can see that this support level for NIO, all right, is at about that $30. All right, $30 level. This was where we rebounded in March, in May, rebounded. All right, and we are pretty much heading back to that 30, 35 level. And this is pretty much where we can hit to, right? From 30 all the way back to that 40 level. That could be kind of like the range for now. All right, so it's looking a bit weak. I mean, the fact that we went below, you can see we went below that 40 level just in like 2 months back. It doesn't look that strong. All right, and then eventually, slowly, it's like coming down, and the 20 days moving average is like pointing down. All right, 20 days moving average pointing down, and prices below the 20 days moving average. So short-term wise, we can actually see a bit of weakness back to that 30, 35 right here, whereby we rebounded. So hopefully the $30 will hold, right? Hopefully the $30 will hold. I think if we can hold above, it still looks hopefully okay. Or like what I can see, we rebounded here. If we can hold above $30, hopefully we see the rebound back to 40. And of course, at 40, we might go back to 50 again, but that is pretty much the range for now. So short-term wise, to be honest, we still look weak, or we still look weak below that 40 or maybe below that 35 level. All right, but 30 is a good support that you want to take note as well. If you're looking to buy on dips, you really want to catch a rebound, you can consider that, but just have a plan in case the 30 were to break down, we might actually see a bit more weakness. Okay, so this is NIO, all right? This is NIO right here. This is NIO. Okay, so let's take a look at new one, right? NVDA, NVIDIA, NVIDIA. Okay, good. So this is one of those really good companies that I like as well in the semiconductor industry. Pretty much a play on anything 5G. All right, 5G. Pretty much we're looking at like the microchips, the Internet of Things, and all that. So everything requires like chips, and then server, cloud computing requires their chips from NVIDIA. All right, which is like providing all the like graphic processing unit, GPU, and all that. Okay, so one of those stocks that I like in terms of long-term, very, very good long-term uptrend, right? NVDA, one of those good long-term uptrend whereby I'm always thinking about like loading up as well on dips. All right, and right now you can see support-wise is about 190 to about the $200 level. Yeah, 190 to about that $200 level. That is actually where we are seeing some bargain hunting coming back right here from 190 all the way to like maybe 210. 210 is a bit of a resistance. So we are kind of like broke down, all right, on market weakness, as I say, over the past 1 to 2 weeks, we saw weakness in the tech sector. NVIDIA was not spared as well. So kind of like sold off, all right, sold off, back down to below the 210. So, but buyers started to come back up again over the past few days near that 190. So 190 is quite good support, and it's also where the 100 days moving average line is as well. So 190 to 210, and that would be the range for now. After 210, that's where we can actually potentially push up to 230. All right, 230. So that would be NVIDIA. All right, one of the stocks that a lot of you are asking about as well, right? And I think some of you are still asking. All right, so good. So we have pretty much covered like a few stocks like Tesla, NIO, NVIDIA. All right, the US stock which you guys are asking about. And let's see what is the next stock, Alibaba. All right, so this is NVIDIA, right? So I think it looks quite good, all right, above that 190 to 200 level, all right? And you can think about getting in again. It does dip to those levels. Okay. So Alibaba, let's take a look. So if you guys are still here and you're still following me, type a 10 in the comments below, or give me a like as well so that I know that you guys are still here. So there's like, I would say more than 200 or 300 of you still here. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging all the way to the end. So we have a Q&A as well at the end. All right. Yeah. So, okay, good. Ten. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thanks for giving me a like as well. Give me a heart shape as well. It will definitely help out the channel. Okay, good. So let's move on to the next stock that I'd like to share with you guys, and that would be Alibaba. Right, Alibaba right here. Okay, so this is Alibaba. All right, and you can see today. Okay, good. Okay, seems like the chart is not really updated. All right, but let me just go ahead to maybe pull out. Let me just pull out the chart for Alibaba because it seems like it's not really updating. All right, it does happen. All right, but let me just pull out this chart. So about 163.95. Right, let me just go ahead to. Okay, so this is Alibaba right here, right? About 163.95, right? 163.95 right here. And let me just going to draw some resistance level right here for you. You can see that we kind of rebounded a bit, all right, bounded a bit. And this was one of the stocks that I covered as well in a video like about a few weeks back. I talked about like Alibaba and Tencent. And these were stocks that really got hit over the past 6 to 8 months. You can see we were like pretty much from like 320, 300, 250, 260, and 200, and then now we're like back to 163. All right, so we were kind of like about a month back, I covered it, and we were actually heading towards the 180, all right, 180 level, all right, and kind of like, that's why I mentioned about like some selling pressure actually coming back again, all right, because we're pretty much in a downtrend, all right, you can't really see it from here, but I would say pretty much in a downtrend for this stock in terms of the moving averages all pointing down. All right, we kind of broke some of the key supports like the 240, all right, the 280 as well. Look at this right over here. And yeah, we kind of like rebounded right over the past 1 to 2 days. But this, I would say this stock still looks weak. All right, it still looks weak. It might actually rebound to near that 180. Let me just quickly draw it for you. So maybe near 180. That is where some selling can actually come back again for Alibaba. So quite a good rebound we have seen. All right, so price not really updating here, but you can see we kind of rebounded to here, and then sellers started to came back a red bearish candle. All right, it kind of like gap up, but red bearish candle coming in push prices back down. So near that 180 level. All right, 180 was feels where we covered it, right? So I mentioned about more downside when it broke the 150, it doesn't look good, right? But over the past few days, good that we came back above 150, but 180 is where some selling can come back again. So just take note of Alibaba. So people have been asking me, like Alibaba, is it time to buy? I mean, like it's gone up by so much. So I think normally we try not to buy a stock when it is like coming down, because you can see it's pretty much like a downtrend. Seen somewhere around like December, all right, for Alibaba, we have like the Ants IPO that was like postponed and cancelled and all that, right? So after that, you can see the Chinese government started to crack down hard on this tech sector because of excesses, because of like a disorderly expansion in capital, and they want to cap all these things, right? And that's where they got hit really badly. And in fact, the Chinese government is still introducing like new regulations to clamp down on like the education sector as well, in terms of like private tuition and all that. And yeah, so it's still ongoing. And you can see this stock has just been coming down and down, okay, from like about 260, it broke the $200. So 200 was like a really good support. We broke this level, and all moving averages are pointing down. So not a good sign in terms of downtrend. So if you're looking to buy, and just because it's cheap, you might actually get caught. If you buy at 250, you buy at 200, now it's like 163. If you think it's cheap, you can actually go cheaper. So want to see a bit of stability, maybe some signs of the trend, not like pointing up, but maybe like flattening out a bit of sideways. Then that's where you can think about like maybe timing your entry to get in. But right now, you can see it's still a bit of a downtrend, especially below the 180 level, right? So this is Alibaba right here. Okay, so let's take a look at one more stock in the US market, all right, which is like Palantir Tech. I think that's what a lot of you guys are asking as well. PLTR, Palantir Tech. Let me know in the comments if you are the one that's asking about Palantir, all right? Type me if you are the one asking about Palantir. I think a lot of you are asking about Palantir, PLTR. Hi, Alicia. Me. So hi, Victor. So you're the one asking about Palantir. Ken. Hi, me, Jared. Okay, good. So a lot of you are asking about Palantir. So let's think like Palantir. So Palantir is one of those like those companies that are doing like a bit of like data analytics company. All right. So one of those like high growth company. And I was looking at this stock, I would say many months back as well, but I didn't really, I would say it was not really a very good uptrending stock, I would say. So it's just like pretty much moving sideways. You can see this is pretty much Palantir, and we have been consolidating from like $18, all right, quite a wide range from like 18 to that 30 level. You can see this is pretty much the range for Palantir over the past 8 to 10 months. All right, 8 to 10 months, that is the range. All right, and this $30, so you want to write down this $30 is quite key. All right, this $30 is quite key. You can see we kind of like touch, we kind of like neared it, all right, 28 to 30, all right, 28 to 30, you can see we kind of approach it in 30, and we sold off as well. All right, so that is where we might actually see a bit of profit taking. So I think for Palantir, normally we want to see like some really good move above some of those key levels. Like in this case, it will be 30. I think if we can break that 30, that is where the uptrend can start to form up more firmly. All right, potentially back towards that that 40 to 35 level. That could be the next upside for Palantir. But right now, all right, honestly speaking, it's just moving sideways. It's just moving sideways. You can see the moving averages are all like flattening out, like crossing up and down, one across one after another. All right, so not really a very clear direction of the trend. All right, so it's more sideways for now. All right, so if you're looking to get in on dips for Palantir, I think a lot of those who are asking, all right, then you might want to think about getting in near like the support level in a sideways trend, and that would be near that 20. I would say, look at this right here. So $20, you can see that is a bit of a support. 18 to 20, that is pretty much the range of the support level right here. All right, anything from like 18 to 20 right here, right near 20 as well. That's when some buying pressure might come back. So if it does hit to that level, now it's like 23. So if it does hit to that near that 20, 21, yeah, if you want to think about like getting in to kind of like catch a rebound, or just trading this for entire range right here from like 20 to 30, about $10 plus range, you can take a look at this as well. All right, so this is Palantir. All right, so we have gone on for like more than an hour. All right, more than an hour, and I think a lot of you are still here. Thank you so much, guys. And yeah, so we have covered quite a few stocks already, and there's one more stock. Maybe you just take a look at one more stocks in the US market. I think a lot of you are asking about this stock, which would be Apple. Okay, I think all of you will know Apple. Let me take a look at Apple. Okay, awesome. So this is Apple, right? So yeah, one of those stocks that I like as well, Apple, right? I think all of you will know Apple, and very, very good company. All right, we kind of like went up all the way to about that 155, 158, a bit of resistance. Selling came back and back to this support level at about the 140 to 135. I think that is actually the support right now. I think yeah, it can be a good opportunity to kind of like time your entry. I think in the longer term, you can see this is one of those very good longer term up trading counters as well. All right, and we have been like consolidating, pushing higher, and then like now with the tech weakness, it comes back down, which can actually be a good bargain to get in again. This is where the 200 days moving average is as well, what 135. So 135 to 140, that could be a bit of an upside move, all the way to like 150 and back to 155. That could be a good move, I would say, for Apple. Right. So this is Apple. I think it looks quite good, right? One of those companies whereby something like Tesla, the longer term trend really looks intact, and on dips to some of those good support levels, you can think about kind of like timing your entry to catch the rebound again. Okay, Ken? Yes, so we have pretty much covered like the US, right? So let's move on, right? So guys, for those of you who are waiting all the way to the end, yeah, we have a short Q&A, I would say a short Q&A, and maybe we'll try to maybe hang on for like another 20 minutes, like 20 minutes more. All right, so do stick around, and let's take a look at some of the like Hong Kong stocks. Right, Hong Kong stocks. Right? So let me just go ahead to do the poll for the Hong Kong market. Right. So yes, I created like a new poll. Go to the Slido.com. Right. Go to Slido.com. Let me know what is one Hong Kong HK, one Hong Kong stock that you want to be covered. Let me know in the Slido.com. Right. Let me know in Slido.com. What is one Hong Kong stock that you want covered? Right. So we have covered like the Singapore market. We have covered the US market. I think we have like 6 stocks each, so about like 12 stocks. And now we will look at the Hong Kong market, right? So wow, okay, yeah. So this is coming up, right? So this is live, guys. We have like the Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong stocks. Let's take a look at what are you guys looking at. So what is that Hong Kong, that one Hong Kong stock that you want to be covered? Let me know your stock. Go to Slido.com, enter the code AMAS01. For those of you who have just joined us, welcome to this live show. Ask me any stocks. We have gone on like for more than an hour. All right, and we are pretty much just going through some of those stocks that you guys are asking about. I'll give you a quick opinion in terms of the trend, in terms of some of the key levels to actually take note of. All right, so Tencent. Okay, good. Tencent. So you see like Tencent is like one of those stocks where a lot of you are asking about. Tencent, Ping An. All right, so these are some of the Hong Kong stocks which we will cover. All right, I'll try to cover. Okay, so we have gone on for more than an hour. So let me just go to cover them, right? So, okay, wow. So it's like a lot of stocks. Okay, so this is it, right? So we have the results right here. For those of you who have just joined us, go to like Slido.com. Code is AMAS01. And you can see this is pretty much the Hong Kong stocks that all of you are asking about, like Tencent, Ping An, ICBC. All right, we have like BYD as well. Let me just go to write it down for you guys before we take a look at it. So I think Tencent is one of those stocks that a lot of people are asking about. ICBC, some of the blue chips, the banks, the insurance firm. BYD, all right, yeah, this is one of like a kind of like a car electric vehicle company as well. Xiaomi. Okay, good. So yes, I think this is pretty much like the top 5 to 6 stocks. Okay, so let me just go ahead to do a quick analysis. So the first one will be Tencent, right? So Tencent, where is it? Right here. Okay, good. Let's take a look at Tencent. So what do you guys think? Let me know if this counter is a bit more of a uptrend, a bit of a downtrend, or a sideways trend. This is the stock right here. Let me know before I even do a quick analysis. Let me know in the comments. Is it downtrend, uptrend, or sideways trend? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll put your comments up on the screen as well. Okay, so sideways. I think some of you, hi Andy, are looking at it as sideways. Stephanie, a bit of a downtrend. Well, later we'll take a look at it. All right, so some will be like, yeah, Qintao, you're saying like down and down more. Okay, consolidation for Tencent. Hi, Joe, awesome. Jasmine, you're saying like it's a bit of sideways, but looking like a reversal. All right, so I think some of you are saying like a bit of downtrend, a bit of like sideways, and yeah, good thing none of you are saying it's like an uptrend because it's clearly not in an uptrend. All right, Chris, you're saying like it's a bit of a downtrend. Tony, sideways as well. Jiani, sideways. Okay, good. Yeah, so let's take a look at it, right? So yeah, pretty much I think some of you are saying like down, sideways. So let me just dive into it right now to see what is it, right? So this is like Tencent right here trading about 483, the Hong Kong market, right? So now, for those of you who have just joined us, we are looking at the Hong Kong market. So we have pretty much covered stocks in the Singapore market, all right? We covered stocks like what SIA and SGX and Frencken, the tech stocks and all that. And for US, we also cover some of the stocks like Tesla, Apple, NVDA, NEO, and all that. So right now we're looking at the Hong Kong market, right? Hong Kong market. So if you just join us, go ahead to Slido.com, enter the stocks there, enter the code AMAS01, and this is where you can type in the stocks that you want to be analyzed, and we'll cover the one that are most commonly asked. Right. So this is Tencent right here, 483.20, right? So this is the closing today. All right, and same thing, right? For this stock, same thing like Alibaba. I did a video on it, right? Just like last month. And it was like around the 500 level. And I mentioned that, we went above the 500, but, that's where selling can actually come back in again because the resistance is about the 550 to that 560 level. Look at this right here. This is a bit of a resistance. You can see a bit of resistance, support, become broke down. And, that's where I actually drew some like downside target all the way from this 560 all the way down to 500. And of course, if the 500 were to break down, all right, it's not a good thing, all right? It's not a good thing. The 500 to break down. So after doing that video, you can see we broke that 500, all right, broke that 500, and we are back to this range again, all right? We're back to this range again. What is the range? It's from 500 at the upper end all the way to around that 420, all right, 420, right? 500 to 420. And in terms of the short term, all right, so I'll talk about the short term first. So in terms of the short term, we are actually seeing a bit of sideways. So for those of you who have like answered like sideways, yeah, good. All right, that is good, right? Pretty much it's still like sideways for now in terms of the short term, because you can see this is where the moving averages in the green line is like flattening out, like moving a bit of sideways over the past, I would say 3 months, 3 to 4 months, like moving a bit of sideways. Okay. But in terms of the long term, we are still pretty much in a downtrend, right? So downtrend in the long term, because you can see this red line is pointing down, the blue line is pointing down as well, red below the blue. So mid to long term trend is a bit more down, and also we are below the 500, right? The $500 psychological level. That level is key. That's the resistance level, and as long as we are still below this 500 level, I think we might actually just consolidate at a kind of like a lower range, right? Which is from 500 to 420, right? That's the range for now. So short term, we are moving sideways. Long term, we might still look weak below the 500, right? All the way to like 420. And yeah, I mean, buyers might come back up again, might rebound like what we have seen here in July, in August, it rebounded. But you can see each time it rebounded, it goes to like 500. Sellers came back and pushed it back down. So this is Tencent. I would say still a bit more weak, right? There isn't like a clear signs of a good like reversal back up yet. All right, so I think if you're looking to buy on dips, you can do it. You can do it. I mean, maybe try to enter near that 420, 430 mark, somewhere where it kind of rebounded. That's where we are seeing the support. All right, you can do it, but just be careful, because you want to make sure you time your entry slowly, right? You don't want to just like enter and whack all at one time. If it breaks the 420, you might go to like 400, or maybe like the next support level would be like in the 320 or 360. That is potentially where we might actually hit to as well if we break that 420 to 400. All right, so you want to be careful if you're looking to buy on dips. You want to probably time your entry slowly, right? Do it bit by bit near the support levels. If you're really going for the long haul, for a good rebound in the long term, yeah, that's where you want to time your entry slowly. Don't just whack and after that you have like no more bullets, right? Do it slowly, because as I say, right, in the downtrend, it just keeps on going down and down and down, and you're just like buying and it breaks, it buy and breaks. You're just like throwing money all the way in, and it's like go down and down and down, right? So those who have like bought at like 700 and you think it's cheap, it goes to 600. If you think it's cheap, you went to like 550. You think it's cheap, you go to 500. All right, so and now it's like what, 483. All right, so we don't want to buy when it's coming down until there are some signs of a good reversal, stability, and maybe a trend turning back up again. Okay, so this is Tencent, right? Tencent, right? So the first stock that we'll cover in the Hong Kong market, and let's go on to stock number 2. Type a 2, guys. Type a 2 in the comment in the chat below. Let me know if you are still here before we go to stock number 2. All right, which is ICBC. Awesome. Okay, awesome. Good to see you guys here. Yeah. So 2. Okay, I see a lot of 2. All right. So yes, let's move on to the second stock in the Hong Kong market. All right. We'll try to cover. Try to do it fast because I think it's almost late already. All right. But let's take a look at ICBC right here. What is the code for ICBC? So anybody can tell me what is the code for ICBC Hong Kong? Let me know in the comments. Let me know the code so I can find it. ICBC for the Hong Kong market. Because it seems like it's not coming out. What is the code? Let me know in the comment what is the code for ICBC for those of you who have asked about ICBC. Thank you very much, Kent. Let me just take a look at it. 1398. Thank you. So let's take a look. 1398 Hong Kong, all right? ICBC. Yes, this is the one. Thank you very much, Kent. Okay, good. Okay, let's take a look, right? So this is ICBC. So I've not really looked at this stock, for many years, right? It's one of those like banking stocks, right? China stock listed in Hong Kong exchange. And yeah, I would say it looks really volatile, right? There's no really like a clear uptrend. It's a bit more down than up for now. If you want me to draw like some support levels, I think a lot of you are asking about this stock, then that would be maybe somewhere around the $4 to $4.20. I mean, over the past like since like more than a year back, since last year, we have kind of rebounded from this level, 4 to 4.20, and we are pretty much heading back to this level, right? So it don't look that strong, to be honest, right? In terms of the trend, look at this, right? It's like pointing down, the green below the red and the blue. So more of a downtrend, I would say, all right, in terms of the mid to long term as well. And in terms of the short term as well, we are back to that 4.20, $4 level, all right? And over the weakness we've seen weakness in the Hong Kong market as well, right? The China tech sector affected the banks as well, and of course now I think all of you would know about this new breaking news in China, which is like China Evergrande. All right, China Evergrande, which is like a huge one of the largest property developer, more than like $300 billion of debt. All right, and it's kind of like affecting the entire banking sector in the domestic banking sector in China as well, right? Because of the huge loans. And I think for China Evergrande, they have kind of like stopped their coupon payments of like more than $148 million over the past 3 weeks. And there could be a potential default, and that's where many of the banks started to sell off as well. Those who have exposure to this property sector, to China Evergrande, or maybe some of the other property developers in China, it is like a bit weaker, right? And that's where we started to see some selling. All right, so this is ICBC. I would say looks a bit weaker. All right, definitely not one of those stocks that I want to think about buying. All right, I rather go into stocks like Tesla and Apple, those like the stronger or uptrending stocks, rather than stocks like this. Because like for this, I mean, if you want to get in like near $4 or 4.20, you can, but you know, if it breaks at $4, it might actually see like a new downside. You know, especially if like China Evergrande would like default eventually, definitely would not be good for stocks in the banking sector as well, who have exposure to China Evergrande's debt. Okay, so this is I would say ICBC. Okay, so let's take a look at the next one, like Ping An. I think a lot of you are asking. So we just take a look at one more Hong Kong stocks. I think this is like Ping An. Let me take a look at what is the Ping An code. So Ping An 2318. Okay, this is Ping An Insurance. What do you guys think about Ping An Insurance? I think definitely it doesn't look that strong. All right, and definitely we don't want to be looking at stocks like this because you can see it's pretty much in a downtrend. All right, pretty much in a downtrend. You can see we can also draw what we call like a downward, you know, sloping channel resistance line, you know, and forming like forming lower highs. All right, and each time it bounce, you know, sellers come back and push prices back down. All right, so it's like bounce, push prices back down, and we're like pretty much at multi-year low all the way back to that 56 level, or right? Even below the low you've seen somewhere in like 2017, all right, somewhere back in 2017, we broke like the $65, $68 support that we've been holding since 2017. So not a good sign, all right? Over the past like 2-3 months, it has just been going weaker and weaker. And right now, if I can just draw like a horizontal resistance line, that would be the $60. You can see that is where selling might actually come back again, all right? And we can actually see a bit more weakness from 60 all the way back down to that $50. All right, so this is Ping An Insurance. All right, don't look that strong, to be honest. Right, it's a bit of a downtrend. We don't want to buy when it's coming down. All right, you have gone from like 100 to 90 to 80, 70, and now it's like only 56. Right, so I think you want to have a plan. If you're holding on to counters like this, you definitely want to plan to get out. You don't want to just hold it all the way down and down because it can really just wipe out a huge chunk of your capital. Okay, Ken. So this is Ping An Insurance, right? So yeah, Rebecca, I think some of you are asking about how you see SIA shares. Is it okay to buy since traveling is gradually opening? So for those of you who have just joined us, we have pretty much covered the Singapore market, all right, the US market, and now we're talking about the Hong Kong market, whereby we're looking at some of those Hong Kong stocks that you guys are asking on. So we have covered SIA, Rebecca, we have covered SIA as well. You can kind of like watch the replay again. It will be on my Facebook page, and you can kind of like scroll into the part where we talk about SIA and some of those Singapore stocks like SGX and all that as well. All right, so go ahead to catch it. All right, and yeah, we did cover SIA and stuff. It's looking quite good. I mean, I think I mentioned just now, it's looking quite good in terms of the recovery above some of those key support levels that I talked about. You can check it out again in terms of the replay video. Okay, so this is it, right? So yeah, I think pretty much one more stock in the Hong Kong market, Xiaomi. I think that is what a lot of you guys are asking as well before we call it a day. Xiaomi, all right, and Xiaomi stock code is 1810. Okay, good. So this is Xiaomi. I think all of you would know as well. Where is Xiaomi? .HK. Okay, it seems like I have some problem finding Xiaomi. Okay. Okay, never mind. Let's just skip Xiaomi. Right. Let's take a look at one more. Maybe BYD. All right, BYD. Okay, BYD. One of that you guys are asking about as well. BYD. Is it like BYD Electronic? Okay, BYD company. All right. So this is BYD company. I think the fourth one that you guys are asking about, BYD. Okay, good. So finally, I think BYD is looking good. What do you guys think? I mean, among all the Hong Kong stocks that we talked about just now, like Tencent, ICBC, Ping An, how do you think BYD fare compared to those other stocks? Let me know, guys. Is it like looking good, better, or not, or weaker, all right, than those stocks that we talk about? Let me know in the comments below. Much better. Okay, good. Jin Hao. Good. Jin Hao, you're saying it's good. All right, so better. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think basically you can see it's a bit of an uptrend, much better. James just saying, Chris, you're saying it's an uptrend as well. Yeah, definitely, I would say that this stock definitely looks much better compared to like just now we look at one of them like Ping An, Tencent. They are all in like a downtrend, all right? Longer term is like we are down, but for this BYD company, it actually looks quite all right in terms of the longer term trend. Of course, we'll dive into some of the key levels as well, but I think it looks actually quite strong in terms of the long trend just by looking at it right now. All right, so let's take a look at BYD. BYD, one of those motor company in China, all right, BYD. And resistance wise, very clearly somewhere around at 280. You can see this is where we traded, we broke. We saw a bit of profit taking, came down here. So 280 and some really good support right here. I think this is where we have been trying to hold above over the past, I would say, 2 months plus, right? 2 months plus. You can see this is where the moving average line is as well, the 100 days moving average. And this level is none other than the 240, maybe like 230. If you want to give it a bit more leeway, it's about 240, 230. That is where we can actually see, some rebound right here from 230, 235. You can see this is where the 100 days moving average is. This is BYD, right? So I think that the uptrend looks quite okay, to be honest, right? It looks quite okay above that 230, 240. Buyers are starting to come back up, all right? And yeah, I think if we would hold above this level, it's potentially back to 280, right? It's potentially back to 280. I think that is where it looks quite okay. It looks quite okay in terms of the trend in the longer term. In the short term, we are consolidating from like this level 230 to 280. You can see this is where the green line is like flattening out, prices going up and down above it. But the long term, it looks quite okay, right? So this is one of those better stocks, I would say, in the Hong Kong market, which you can take a look at it. I mean, compared to like Ping An and Tencent, I think this stock at least looks quite stable. It comes down, buyers start to bargain hard, and we see a rebound again, and it trying to attempt to break the previous high. And that's a good sign in terms of the uptrend, like continuing further. We want to go on to stocks like this. Okay, so this is BYD, right? So yes, that's it, right? So that's it, guys. So I think I pretty much covered most of the stocks that you guys are asking about in the Singapore, the US, and the Hong Kong market. And if you guys are still here, type a yes in the comments below before we go for a quick Q&A. All right, we go for a quick Q&A, maybe about 5 to 10 minutes. We have gone on for like about 1.5 hours. Thank you so much for being still here, guys. Awesome. Yeah. So guys, if you have gained value, if you have gained like some value in some of the stocks that I talked about, all right, go ahead to like type value, right? Type value in the comment below so that I know that you guys have gained value. And I'll try to like do more live session like this, maybe like once every few months or something. All right. So type value in the comments below. Give me a like as well. Share. All right. Give me a heart shape. Type value if you have like gained something out of this entire Facebook live show, or which is like broadcasted to YouTube as well. All right. Value. Awesome. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys here. Super value. Thanks, Jasmine. Hi, Bennett. Value. Awesome. Thanks, Rebecca. Value. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Good. Okay. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So let's just have a quick Q&A. All right. Quick Q&A session before you call it a day. I don't want to take too much of you guys' time. We've gone on like more than 1.5 hours, and it's amazing. Like more than 200 and 300 of you are still here. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Okay. Awesome. Value. Okay, good. So let's do a quick Q&A. All right, let's do a quick Q&A. So if you have any questions, just let me pick a few, maybe 1 or 2 questions. All right, before we call it a day. All right. So let me just take a look at some of the questions that you guys are posting in the comments below. Can you give a word on let me just see any other questions. All right. Hi Alice, thank you. ISDN, yes, we have pretty much covered ISDN 3. Chin Chow just now, one of the Singapore stocks. So for those of you who have missed it, you can look at the replay video as well. All right, and yeah, it will be on the Facebook page. You can kind of like just go into the stocks. I think we talked about ISDN as well for the Singapore market. All right. Do it at least once a month. Okay, thanks. Yeah, we try to do it. All right, we try to do it. Thanks, MK. Okay, let's take a look at this. Henry, are we able to key in 100 days and 200 days average line in your 1GT? Oh yeah, so basically I think for those of you who are new, all right, I have a system called 1GT, all right, and that's where we record like one good trend, right? So basically a signal that kind of a system that guides us on entry and exit. We have like a couple of bullish entry and exit signal as well. All right, let me just go ahead to maybe just pull out this for you guys. Right, so yeah, pretty much I have like a system that kind of like guides us on entry and exit. I think if you want to know more, you can attend one of those free web class. Make sure you're on my email list or something. All right, and that's where you can attend one of those web class. And yeah, in the system, Henry, yeah, you can also key in the 100 days and 200 days. But normally I do my analysis on the investing note chart right over here, like what I'm showing you guys. And the system is mainly for guiding us, right? So maybe just let me show you guys in terms of the system how it works, right? And this is like IFast, guys. I think IFast, we actually covered it just now. I remember one of those Singapore stocks that we talk about, and IFast is one of them. So we actually had a couple of good, bullish entry and exit signal right here in May. It gone up, exit, entry, exit. We got an entry somewhere in September. It gone up, exit, went down, down, down. And what happens is today, all right, we kind of like saw a new bullish signal coming out. Right? I'm not saying that it will like go up all the way tomorrow, but we actually had like a new bullish signal coming out. The fact that we went above the $9.50, 9.50 temp resistant level. All right. So yeah, we might actually, as I say just now, we might actually attempt to go towards the $10 mark. All right, $10 mark is key. All right, $10, as I mentioned just now, is a key psychological level. If we can break the $10, I think that is where we can actually see more upside and this bullish signal actually playing out. All right, I think some of you are asking about like some of the plays. Could you summarize your top buys and all that? So if you have like followed me on YouTube and on my Facebook page, we kind of like talk. I did a video on some of those stocks that are in the energy sector as well. Right, so the energy sector stocks are stocks like GEO Energy, Rex International, and even like Golden Energy. All right, so let me just go ahead and pull up for you. I think GEO Energy, I did it in a video as well. All right, we actually had quite a good bullish signal coming out on the system, and it really started to just rise up over the past few days when it broke that like 25 cents, 30 cents level. You can see now it's like about 0.385 today. All right, and yeah, I think it's one of those good stocks that have gone up a bit already. I think we might actually hit to that 40 cents level, a bit of profit taking, and if we break the 40, we might actually hit a bit higher. Okay, so that is for GEO Energy as well. All right, so let me just plot the chart, right? So yeah, you can see this is where we kind of broke that like 26, that 30 cents, and the upside target would be maybe about to 45, 40 cents. Okay, so you can check out my Facebook page or my YouTube channel as well. You're gonna find a bit more on these stocks. I did a video on like 3 top SG energy stocks that you can also watch this as well. So I think some of them have gone up a bit over the past few days, but you can probably take a look at it as well. There might still be a bit more upside. Okay, Ken? Yeah, so yeah, it's still probably good to enter GEO Energy. I think Catherine, you're asking is like if it's still good to enter GEO Energy. I think it still looks quite good. Right now, you can see the support is about 35 cents. There's no exit signal. 35 cents is the support level. We have been trying to form like higher highs over the past few days, which is a good sign. It shows that buyers are prepared to push prices higher. All right, and that is a bit of a good thing. All right, and yeah, I think we might actually approach that 40, a bit of profit taking, but if that gives way, potentially back to that 45 cents target. All right, so this is GEO Energy. All right, okay, so yes, I think that's it, right, guys? That's it. I think we've pretty much gone on for like more than an hour and a half. It's almost like 2 hours, so I'll not take too much of your time, guys. So I look forward to see you guys again in like the next live show. Make sure you smash the notification, like my Facebook page or my YouTube channel as well. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching from YouTube. If you're joining us from YouTube, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well. And if you are joining us from Facebook, like on my Facebook page right now, click on my page. I think give a like as well. Maybe turn on the notification. There should be like a little bar or something. You can turn on the notification so that when we go live, that's where you will like receive a notification from Facebook as well. All right, so go into that, sure, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next live show. All right, or maybe in some of those videos that I'll do on Facebook and YouTube as well. So thank you very much, guys. Joey here. I look forward to see you again, and have a good day. Bye. Thank you. All right, give me a like in the comments below. Thank you, and I'll see you guys soon. Hi, Roger. Long time no see. Good to see you. Thanks, Rebecca. Hi, Peter, Bennett. Thank you. Have a good night. All right, have a good night. Stay safe. Take care. Awesome. Bye. Okay, thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye, guys.